Hey there. Ever wonder what it means when a girl can't stop glancing your way or seems to find every excuse to be close to you? Trust me, when a girl wants you, her actions might be saying a lot more than her words today. We're breaking down 11 playful and flirty things girls do when they're into you, yes, physically into you. These aren't just casual signals. These are the subtle, steamy hints that she's making her move. Pay extra attention to number 7. It's a total game changer. Oh, and before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the tips that'll help you decode her next move, ready to find out if she's secretly crushing hard. Let's get into it. Number 1, she stands close to you. Have you ever noticed a girl making her way into your personal space? Well, that's no accident. If a girl likes you, one of the clearest ways she shows it is by standing close to you. Pay attention if she positions herself right next to you, especially head-on. It's her subtle or not-so-subtle way of saying she feels comfortable around you. Think about it. Why would anyone choose to stand right next to someone if they didn't enjoy their company? She's likely closing the distance because she wants to create a sense of connection. And yes, it's intentional. Whether she chooses the seat beside you instead of across the table, stands by your side during the conversation, or even leans in when you're chatting, she's showing that she wants to be closer. And oh, if she tilts her head slightly or gives you those sparkling eyes while standing near you, might as well take it as a neon sign that says, "Hey, I like being near you, but here's an important twist." Watch her reactions when you make a move. If you step closer, does she lean in too? Does she mirror your gestures, turn her body toward you, or even match your angles? That's a major clue that she's into you and trying to match your vibe. On the flip side, notice if she doesn't step back when you scoot in a little. Her staying put or even leaning in more says she's totally cool with you. Cranking up the intimacy. Just a notch. Standing close isn't just about physical proximity. It's her way of letting you know she feels safe, comfortable, and wants to keep that spark alive without having to say a word. Next time you notice her stepping into your zone, don't ignore it, because trust me, she's definitely saying something loud and clear. 2, she licks her lips. Ever noticed a girl licking her lips when she's talking to you? This subtle yet captivating gesture could be a major green light that she's into you. It's not just some random habit. It might actually mean she's thinking about kissing you or feeling a strong attraction when she licks her lips. Especially while maintaining eye contact or flashing a smile. It's her way of drawing attention to her mouth in an absolutely irresistible way. It's like a little tease of silent invitation. And trust me, it can create sparks. If you're tuned to the signs, sometimes this move has a slightly flirty undertone, like she's eager to keep your attention on her and signal that she's enjoying your company. But it doesn't always stop there. It can also be a sign that she's a bit nervous or shy around. You think of it as an endearing mix of excitement and vulnerability, where she's trying to keep cool. But her subconscious interest in you shines through when you notice this happening often, especially in playful or lighthearted moments. It's a clue that she's feeling the chemistry and possibly imagining what it would feel like to get closer to you. Much closer. But here's the thing. Context matters. If she's licking her lips every couple of seconds, it might just mean she's thirsty, so don't jump to conclusions too fast. However, if it's subtle and paired with flirty body language like lightly touching her hair, keeping close to you, or giving you that unmistakable smile, it's a strong hint that she wants your attention. This simple yet magnetic action might as well be her way of saying, "Notice me more than just a friend." Keep your eyes open, because catching this small but telling gesture could reveal exactly how she's feeling about you. 3, she nods and gives you those little encouraging gestures. Pay close attention, because if she's nodding her head or leaning forward while you're talking, you've got her hooked on you. These little signs show she's not only listening but hanging on to every word you say. When she responds with a playful "really" or teases you with a curious "go on," she's doing more than just being polite. She's actively making you feel her, and more importantly, seeing her body language is doing all the real talking here. That subtle lean forward, it's like her way of closing the distance between you two, even if just by an inch. And when she mirrors your movements or matches her energy to your vibe, oh boy, she's making an effort to connect, to sync, to vibe with you in a way that feels effortless. It's as if she's saying, "I'm not just here physically, I'm here for you." These flirty, encouraging gestures are her way of keeping the conversation fun, natural, and dare I say full of potential. She values what you're saying, even if you think you're just rambling about your favorite TV show or that burger you had last weekend. But it's not about the topic, it's about the you behind the words. When a girl uses these sweet little nods, smiles, and light responses, she's creating this air of comfort. Like you can tell her anything, it's like she's throwing up a big green light that says, keep going. I like where this is heading now. Don't overthink it, but maybe she's hoping you'll pick up on the vibe and make the next move. Who can blame her? You've already got her attention, now it's up to you to see where it can go, for she's full of excitement when you're around, all right? Here's the deal. If a girl is into you, her excitement levels around you will almost be impossible to miss. Picture this: as soon as you walk into the room, her face lights up like a holiday parade. She's all smiles and probably has that little sparkle in her eyes just for you. And here's the kicker. She laughs at your jokes, even the lame ones. Yep, even the ones you knew weren't funny. As soon as they left your mouth, she's giggling like you're a comedian starring in your own Netflix special. But wait, it doesn't stop there. If she likes you, she's going to want to know all about you, expect questions, tons of them. She's curious about everything from your favorite movie to that hobby you might mention once in passing. It's her way of saying, I want to understand what makes you tick because I'm into you, and guess what? She will listen. Really listen. You might notice her leaning in closer, hanging on to every word like it's her personal playlist. That closeness. It's her subconscious wanting to bridge the distance between you, and don't be surprised if she starts coming up with these oh-so-random plans for both of you to hang out. She might suggest the two of you grab coffee or hit up that fun new spot in town because spending time with you makes her day just a little bit brighter. The energy she radiates around you is infectious, and it's her not-so-secret way of letting you know she wants to share more moments together. If she's constantly bringing excitement, good vibes, and a little lighthearted fun into your interactions, it's crystal clear. She's into you and isn't shy about showing it. Plus, who doesn't love someone who makes every moment together feel special? 5. Tilting her head. Ever notice a girl tilting her head when she's talking to you? Well, here's a little secret. This small but oh-so-cute gesture is often a subconscious clue that she's into you. When a girl tilts her head slightly to the side, it's more than just an innocent move, it's an open invitation into her world. This little tilt says, hey, I'm really paying attention to what you're saying. It's like her way of showing you've got my full focus, and I'm curious to know more about you. This move has more depth than you might think. By tilting her head, she's exposing her neck, a delicate and vulnerable area, which signals that she feels comfortable and at ease around you. And guess what? Comfort is key when it comes to attraction. You might notice her doing this when you're sharing something exciting, cracking a funny joke, or even when you're just stealing the spotlight in a casual conversation. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. If she pairs this head tilt with locked-in eye contact, a playful smile, or even a little laugh, the chemistry is practically sizzling. She's letting you know without saying a word that she's drawn to you and enjoys your company. This is her way of making the moment a little more intimate, pulling you into her orbit and setting the tone for deeper connection. Fellas, don't underestimate the power of this small but meaningful gesture. The next time she tilts her head while chatting with you, pay attention. It might just be her FL way of saying, I like you, without actually having to say it. Remember, these subtle moves often hold the key to what she's really feeling. Number 6, flirtatious touching. All right, guys, this is one of the juiciest and most exciting signs to look out for. Flirtatious touching, when a girl is physically attracted to you. Trust me, her body language will do some of the talking. She may not come out and say, hey, I like you, but her playful little touches say a lot more than words could. Maybe she casually places her hand on your arm while you're joking around, or gives you a light tap on the shoulder when you say something funny. Oh, and if she's laughing while lightly brushing against you or leaning in a little too close, guess what? It's no accident. These subtle accidental touches are her way of building intimacy, and trust me, she knows exactly what she's doing. It's her way of letting you know she's comfortable around you and ready to break that personal space barrier in the cutest, most flirty way possible. Pay attention to how often this happens. If every time you're together, she's finding ways to close the gap, resting her hand on your back as she passes by, fixing an imaginary lint off your shirt, or even just putting her hand on your knee. During a casual conversation, it's her way of sending a clear, unspoken message. And honestly, if this is happening a lot, she's probably sitting there waiting for you to pick up on the hint. Flirtatious touching is like a playful game. It's full of spark mystery and a whole lot of fun. It's her way of letting you know she's interested while keeping things lighthearted and exciting. Recognizing this little dance of touch could be the difference between missing the signal or taking things to the next level. Pay attention, gents, because this one's a big hint. Wrapped in a whole lot of flirty fun. 7. Her voice softens. Just for you. Ever notice how her voice changes when she's talking to you? It's not just about making conversation. It's about creating a connection. When a girl softens her tone and speaks in a gentler, quieter voice, it's not random. Chances are she's doing it to get your attention in a subtle yet very deliberate way. This is her way of inviting you into an exclusive little bubble where the rest of the world melts away, and it's just the two of you sharing something special. Think about it. When someone lowers their tone, it instantly feels more personal, more intimate, doesn't it? Now imagine she does this only when she's around you. It's like letting her guard down and inviting you straight into her inner world. That quiet, soft tone is more powerful than you might think. It's like she's saying, hey, this moment, this conversation, it's just for us. Even in a noisy, crowded setting, her gentle voice cuts through the chaos and pulls your focus toward her. She might be doing it unconscious, I use lie, but trust me, it's a sign of comfort and interest. By lowering her voice, she's creating a vibe that feels private, intimate, and a little bit romantic. No girl goes out of her way to drop her volume and tune into your frequency, unless she's intrigued and possibly attracted. So next time you notice her voice gets softer when she's speaking to you, pay attention. She's not just talking, she's drawing you in, making the moment feel like it belongs to just the two of you. And when she does, make sure you lean into that energy. She's definitely giving you a reason to ate. She invites you into her space. Do you notice that she's making room for you? Literally, if a girl goes out of her way to keep the space next to her open, whether you're sitting, standing, or in a bustling group, that's no accident. She's sending a clear message that says, hey, I want you here. Pay attention to the subtle hint she might be dropping. Maybe she shifts her body to face you directly, or she scoots over just enough for you to feel like there's an invisible sign saying this spot is yours, and it doesn't stop there. Some girls can be a bit bolder about it. She might pat the seat next to her or look over and smile while motioning for you to come closer. Oh, and if she leans in just a little or breaks the personal space barrier, that's not random. She's showing that she feels comfortable with you and wants to close that gap between the two of you both, literally and emotionally. Think about it. Letting someone into your personal bubble is a big deal. She's not going to do that for just anyone. It's her way of saying she enjoys your company, and she's envisioning a little more intimacy in the future. This is her creating a little sea of comfort and connection for both of you, making it easier to build something meaningful when she actively invites you into her space. It's one of the most natural and endearing ways to tell you she's interested. It's flirty, it's fun, and it's an open invitation for you to take the lead and see where that mutual vibe could go. Don't miss this one. Embrace the opportunity to turn just company into something much deeper. 9 flirtatious smiles. All right, guys, let's talk about one of the most subtle but powerful signs a girl is into you. Her smile, but not just any smile. I'm talking about those flirtatious smiles that make you pause for a second and wonder if there's more to it. You see when a girl likes you. Her smile isn't just polite or casual, it's something different. It's warmer, playful, and lingers just long enough for you to notice. It's like she's saying, hey, I see you, without even saying a word. This isn't the quick, polite smile you flash at someone in passing. Nope, it's personal. She might look right into your eyes, hold that gaze for a second longer than usual, and then follow it up with a smile that lights up her entire face. And don't be surprised if it's paired with a little laugh or a slight tilt of her head. These are classic signs she's trying to catch your attention in a flirty, low-key way. Here's the kicker, though. She might not want to make it too obvious. After giving you that lingering smile, she might glance away, shyly, look down or act all casual like it was no big deal. But don't be fooled if she keeps flashing that warm, playful smile every time you lock eyes or you catch her smiling at you from across the room. There's definitely something there. Your job, pay attention. If her smile keeps popping up in your direction and her eyes seem to sparkle, just for you don't miss the opportunity to engage. She's giving you all the cues without saying a single word. A flirtatious smile is her way of inviting you to start the conversation, so don't leave her hanging. 10 nervous gestures. Nervous gestures are like tiny secrets trying to slip out, revealing more than words ever could. If a girl is really into you, she might have a hard time staying completely calm and composed around you. These little nervous actions might seem subtle, but trust me, they speak volumes about her feelings. You might catch her twirling a strand of her hair, adjusting her clothes, or fidgeting with whatever is in her hands as if she's trying to keep herself busy, while her mind is racing. Here's the thing, these moves aren't premeditated. It's not like she's thinking, oh, I'll play with my necklace now to get his attention. Nope, these are unconscious signs of excitement, anticipation, and maybe even a touch of self-consciousness because, well, you make her heart race if she's sitting with her hand on her lap and then starts tapping her fingers or discreetly fixing her earrings for the 800th time. There's a good chance you're the one putting that nervous energy into her. Pro tip for the guys out there. Don't mistake this restlessness for disinterest. If she's glancing down shy or breaking eye contact to gather her thoughts, it could simply mean your presence makes her heart skip a beat and she's finding it hard to stay composed. Look out for those small telltale signs because they can reveal her attraction loud and clear, even when she isn't saying it outright. And hey, if you notice that spark in those charming nervous gestures, why not lean in a little, compliment her, or crack a joke to lighten the mood? It's a great chance to take the interaction to the next level after all. Everyone loves a little playful chemistry. 11. Curious attraction. Curious attraction is one of the most subtle, yet intriguing signs that she's into you. She may not be shouting it from the rooftops or making any grand gestures, but trust me, her actions speak vol. You'll notice how she leans into the conversation, not just physically, but emotionally too. Her eyes sparkle with interest as she starts asking you all sorts of questions. What's your favorite movie? Where's your dream travel destination? How was your day? These seemingly small questions aren't just casual. They're a window into how much she wants to know you. And here's the kicker, she remembers days after you've answered her question about your favorite band. She might send you a link to their new song or casually bring it up in conversation. That's not just politeness, my friend. That's her showing you, hey, I've been thinking about that cool detail you shared. She's taking mental notes because every little piece of you matters to her. The magic of curious attraction comes alive and how natural it feels. She's not forcing the questions or faking her interest. Her curiosity is authentic, maybe even a little playful as she digs a little deeper to uncover who you really are. She wants to learn about your passions, your quirks, and even the way your mind works. It's like she's saying, tell me what makes you tick so I can be a part of it. Tell us if a girl is firing off the thoughtful questions and paying extra close attention to your answers. That's a huge green flag. She's intrigued, and this isn't just polite chit-chat. It's her way of building a connection. Questions are her flirty breadcrumb trail leading her closer to you, and there you have it. -11 subtle but powerful things girls do when they're into you, from those flirtatious smiles to curious questions that show genuine interest. These signs are her way of letting you know without outright saying it. The key is paying attention to those little details because they often speak louder than words. If you found this helpful and want more insights like these, don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and join us for more tips, advice, and fun. Explorations into relationships and beyond. Don't miss out. Your next breakthrough might just be a click away.